Order! Order.
A vote that matters for every single one of us, and MPs know the weight of it.
The ayes to the right, 330. The noes to the left, 275.
Gasps as the Commons finally vote to give you the choice over how you die. The path now set for one of the most profound social changes in decades. MP Kim Leadbeater led this charge, emotional in victory.
Well, I'm nearly in floods of tears because it's been a really emotional process. But I'm incredibly proud that I think today we've seen Parliament at its best. We had some brilliant speeches from people with different views and different opinions across all sides of the House. But I think we've done what needed to be done.
For Danny Kruger, who led the opposition, deep disappointment.
I think that is a very dangerous thing to introduce into family life, and particularly for the most vulnerable people. I'm not sure we're ever going to be able to improve the bill to remove that biggest concern that I have.
Assist us to live!
Not to die!
This debate not confined to the Commons, but a national conversation instead. Campaigners on both sides in Parliament Square to bear witness. Yeah. MPs today put party politics aside to have perhaps the hardest conversation of all. How should our loved ones die? Kim Leadbeater here to open the debate.
This bill is not about people who are choosing between life and death. It is about giving dying people who have got 6 months or less to live autonomy about how they die and the choice to shorten their death.
Danny Kruger concerned about the wider implications.
This new reality, the option of assisted suicide, the obligation to have the conversation around the bedside, in whispers in the corridor, is it time? And it will change life and death for everyone.
This is a debate where profound disagreement was expressed with profound respect. MPs divided in opinion, but united in sympathy for the difficult stories shared. Mary Foy speaking of her own child.
Since her birth, we were told many times that she might have only 6 months to live. She lived for 27 years. Crucially, Maria was non-verbal. And I am filled with dread and fear for those other people like Maria who are non-verbal and don't have that capacity.
Kit Malthouse sharing the devastating story of Mark, who was suffering from lung disease, in the hope it might persuade colleagues to back the bill.
Mark Crampton was a former police chief inspector. His COPD became too much for him, and so he informed his family that he was going to take his own life. He took his oxygen tank and mask, and late one night went out and sat on a railway embankment. He wanted a death that was instant and quick, that he could rely upon, and he took his life in lonely circumstances in the middle of the night.
Mark's story, one of dozens recounted in the Commons on a day where Parliament showed the public its very best side. These were hard stories for MPs to tell. And for me, and I'm sure for you too, they were hard stories to hear, but all of it was handled with humanity, consideration and care. And the result is truly historic. After decades of debate, the right to choose how you end your life could be finally heading into law. This, then, a momentous day and just the start of a bigger discussion about how in this country we approach death. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.